Well, today we're welcoming Kenny Ward, player who played here in the 90s. So welcome and thank you for speaking to the Heritage Trust today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Kenny, you were signed in August '94.
That's right, aye.
You left Hamilton then?
I got released for Hamilton at the end of that season with Ian Munro. And obviously I was a free agent then. I had 2 or 3 offers for other places, Ireland, and I actually got an offer for America as well to go to Atlanta. And I spoke to my wife about it, but it was never going to happen because I had 4 young kids, you know. But then I got a phone call from Bert asking me what was happening, so I told him that obviously just speaking to certain clubs. Like Alec Taunton was trying to sign me as well again. But he told me not to do anything because he was getting rid of a few players at the time. I think they were on big money, I don't know. But not to do anything until I spoke to him. And that's what I done. I did speak to their clubs but never gave anybody a decision because here I'm saying to myself, I want to sign for the Bars, you know what I mean? Because it's my local club, to be fair. And Bert invited me in for pre-season training. There was nothing signed at the time, and I had a great pre-season with the boys, fit, really fit, and played West Ham out there on the midweek. And he says to me he was starting me and to go out, and he says, I came what you can do, he says, but you need to show the directors. And luckily everything went well, and I actually got man of the match that night and signed a 2-year deal the next day, which I was ecstatic about, to be fair.
Because you worked underneath Bert before.
Yes, I was working under Bert with Alec Taunton at St Johnstone. I didn't play many games. I was involved a lot for the bench, but I never started a lot of games up there. But that's the manager's decision. They pick the team they want to pick. You've just got to battle on and work hard and hopefully get a chance. But I had a great time up there. We were very successful. We won the first division, 1990. That was right, 1990. And a great dressing room. And Bert and Alec Taunton, Tommy Campbell. It was fantastic time for me. But then Hamilton Accies came in with an offer, and I spoke to them and I ended up signing for Hamilton, and I was there for a couple of seasons, 2.5 maybe. It was Billy McLaren that signed me, and then he left and Ian Munro got the job, and I played for about just under 2 seasons for Ian. But at the end of the 93-94 season he took me in and says that he was going to release me, which is fair enough, as things happen, and that's how I moved to the Bars.
Because we had lost out on promotion on the 93-94 season. And
missed out the 94-95 as well.
Yeah.
The Rovers.
Yeah, so that was I don't know, was that a difficult season, or because you were up near the top of the league?
Well, 93-94 I was here, it was 94-95 obviously, but we were up there with the Rovers. I can't remember who else was at the top, but it was a very close league for promotion to win the league. And I got injured in the March. I think it was about 6 or 7 games to go when I got that injury. And then Frenchy got a bad injury as well. And I'm sure we lost another player that was like regulars in the team. And that, I think myself, if I kept injury free, I think we'd have won that league. I do.
Because there was a few, as you said, players that got injured throughout that season.
Aye.
So, you know, players that were influential, you would say.
In form, I would say. But injuries happen in football, eh?
You kind of played on. Did you play on both wings?
Aye, I played left and right. I was quite comfortable on both wings, to be fair, because you'd like say Big Evo and Stuart Beattie could play wide left as well, and wee Murray was injured when he first came here, but then he came, he got better, and then when I got injured, Murray was sort of getting back to fitness, and I think Paul Kinnaird as well, who plays wide. But we just missed out that year, the Wraith Rovers.
Is there any game that kind of stands out for you?
For Dunfermline?
Yeah.
Oh aye, it's the one that starts back, 100%.
The one that you scored 2 goals in?
Aye, I'll never forget that day, it was brilliant. I think they just won the League Cup at the time, previous to beat Celtic. And we went to start a big dark, great crowd. And Bertie named the team, and young Mark was at right back and I was right wing that day. And he was up against boy Barry Wilson. And I think Barry was giving him a bit of a torrid time early doors. And I think Bert realised it, and he pulled him off after about 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and stuck Big Evo. Evo was quite versatile as well, because he played full back and right wing. And I think he scored first. And I should be able to do that day as well, I think. I'm sure he did. Aye.
And Hamish.
And Hamish Finch, aye. But then, I can't remember if it was 2-2 at half time, but we came out the second half and we absolutely ripped them. I scored another goal and ended up beating them 5-2. And I said it before, but I got the man of match that day as well. And I got a nice bottle of single malt whiskey, which somebody says if you still got, I says no chance. And it was a great day, and it was a game that will always stick in my memory. Probably the best game I played for Dunfermline. Everything just clicked that day, it was fantastic. And we're actually going to a wedding up in Dunfermline after it, and we popped into I think it was the Bruce for a pint before you go into the city, and the place was absolutely stowed with Dunfermline fans, and it was like a god. I wasn't on here, it was really a game of football, but they were all obviously chuffed because we'd hammered the Rovers, the local derby, and that was great. I'll never forget that one. Aye.
What was it like working under Dick and Bert?
Brilliant. I mean, Bert just wanted you to go out and enjoy yourself, the training was great. Dick was brilliant with the boys, you came out Dick's like, and then Bert, he just play and play, Go and enjoy yourself, put a smile on your face. It was funny to Bert with his team talks that day, you're a bra boy, you're a bra lady, enjoy yourself, son, get the football, away you go. And Big Neil Cooper was spot on for Derek, and he was fantastic as well. But no, they were brilliant to work under, brilliant.
Neil could do a good impression of it.
Neil was one of the funniest guys ever. Big character in the dressing room as well. And, God bless him, he's not here anywhere, him and Big Norrie. What a partnership that was. Listen, it was the best time in my career at Dunfermline until I got injured.
Because that game you got injured was against
St Johnstone,
and it ended up a 1-1 draw. There's a wee story that you fell off you were dropped off the stretcher on the way out.
That's true, that's true. What happened was, it was obviously the tackle was I'll tell you, what happened was, I got a phone call on the Friday night from Paul Cherry, good pal of mine, and I played with him at St Johnstone. Just usual crack, you playing the more award? I says, I'm playing the more chair. Where are you playing? I says, left wing. He says, oh, I'm right back. I says, oh, that'll be interesting. He says, I'm going to do you. I says, okay, fair enough. True his word. I'm not blaming Chair Berry Weeds, it was just one of the tackles, but the fact that I ended up after that phone call, maybe I shouldn't have said it.
So you got pre-warned?
I got pre-warned, aye. So anyway, Pip Yates came running on, and I was lying there. He says, right, you alright? I says, Pip, give us a minute, Pip says, give us a minute. He said, I looked at your boat in my leg, it was snapped right across the... It was a tib and fib. It was snapped right at the ankle, and the ankle was shoved out. And a lot of ligament damage as well. And Pip says, a minute. So we got against Pip and another player that just got me under the legs and carried me to the back of the goals. Then they got the stretcher round. But it was probably my fault that I fell off the stretcher because I wasn't lying down, I was sitting up, if you get what I mean, getting carried. And when the first boy went up the stairs, I sort of must have. And then the boy at the back, he tripped, and the next thing I'm on the concrete steps. And at the same time, I'm trying to keep my leg with this, because this time it was up here. So that's a true story, yes, I did fall off the stretcher.
So it didn't make your injury worse?
Well, I hope not. It was bad enough. It was bad enough injury, aye. And 5 operations.
Because that kind of put paid to your career.
That was it.
Yeah.
That was my last game for Dunfermline, first team.
Yeah.
I was out for March '94, and I played a couple of reserve games before the Christmas, but my first competitive game was when I moved to Falkirk, and that was February '97. So nearly 2 years.
Because you were here for the year that we finally got promotion, but you actually...
Yes, but I missed it because I was injured.
Yeah.
And it was a shame day because I was thoroughly enjoying myself here. You know what I mean? I was probably the happiest I've ever been in my career.
Did even though you were injured, and that season 95-96 was...
The Dory and that as well. It was a
season that was
a season of mixed emotions. It was terrible.
Yeah, but did you then, even though you were injured, were you still felt part of that?
Well, I mean, listen, I still felt part of the. Well, you didn't feel part of the team because you can't contribute. But I mean, I still felt part of the club.
Yeah.
And I signed a 2-year contract, and then at the end of that season, that was my contract up, and I still wasn't back playing. I was still out, but I'll never ever forget what Dunfermline done for me, because I can't remember who we were playing, and Bert shouted me into the first team dressing room, although I was still injured before one of the games, and says, "Wardy, comes getting you another year to get yourself fit," and that was great. So I had 4 kids at the time, you know, and you're worrying, well, they've paid me for a year here and what's going to happen, you know, but never forget that.
Who was your most difficult opponent?
Believe it or not, Bobby Forrest at Brentford Dunfermline.
Right, yeah.
I couldn't get the better of Bobby. I think I told him that when I met him a lot of years ago. He was a very, very difficult opponent, and I toiled against him. So when that happened, I just went out to the left wing and gave Bobby Robertson a hard time. The doc. But I was saying Bobby Forrest was a very, very tough opponent for me in my younger days, aye.
Yeah. The dressing room at the time you were here must have been a good dressing room.
Brilliant
so
dressing
there must have been, as well as yourself, there must have been a few other characters.
Yes, there was. Well, you've got obviously Neil and Big Norrie, they were big characters. Big Wasty was a character. Alan Moore. Never a quiet dressing room when me and Moore is about. In fact, there's never a quiet room, wherever he is. It's Stuart Peter. Frenchy was quiet, but he's got a good sense of humour, Frenchy. He just sort of slides in with a wee comment and walks away, you know. And you're like Paul Smith, Dave Boys, Big Evo. It was a great dressing room.
Great Roberts.
See, to be honest with you, somebody asked me that question. Alec Don asked me that a few years ago. He says, "What's the best dressing room you've been in?" I've been in a bad dressing room. I've been fortunate in that. And every team that I've played for, we've sort of been in the top 4. So you've got a good dressing room, you know what I mean? I've never been at the other end in a dog fight. Luckily enough, I've never been in a relegation fight. I've always sort of been a challenger up top, and the dressing rooms are brilliant.
So did you miss football when you had to give up?
I thought, to be honest with you, that I would never have come back for that injury. Because my ankle was like double the size, even when I was back sort of playing. I had to get it strapped. But I did. I managed to come back. I signed with Falkirk. I was quite successful there as well. We got the Scottish Cup final against Kilmarnock, although we got beat. And then I went on to play with Clydebank for about 6 months. And then I went back to Oakley United Junior, and I played till I was 40. So all in all, that was a bad few years for me,
Mm-hmm.
in terms of where I was and where I wanted to play, and all of a sudden, bang, it's staying away from you.
Mm-hmm.
But that's football,
Mm-hmm.
and I wouldn't blame Chair for it, but I've let him down a few times when I've seen him.
But on the whole, when your time here, apart from your injury, you wouldn't change anything.
No, loved it here, loved it.
Do you still come and watch some games?
I've not been for a while, due to my shift pattern, to be honest with you. I drive the petrol tankers for a living, and it's like a 4-day on, 4-day off, and I work quite a lot of weekends. And the weekends I might have gone for a game of golf, or me take my lovely wife away for a nice meal and a day. Got to say that,
Really
indeed.
nice of you.
Got to say that, indeed.
Oh, dear. Well, thank you for speaking to us, and
bother.
enjoy your hospitality.
Thanks for having me.